So what is going on, people? Welcome to another video on the channel and another video for Apex Legends. Now in today's Apex Legends video, we're actually going over this week's update, which Respawn themselves have actually put out on Reddit. I will leave the Reddit post down below so you guys can find out, and also the Apex Legends website post also. But in this post it does go over the changes that will happen for Season 2. Now we have got some stuff about Season 2 from EA Play, but this does go over this type of stuff in more detail, and it does give us the names of the new hop-ups, what type of changes will happen, and what type of things we will see as new. So if we start it off with the new weapon, which is the L-Star. Now the L-Star is a very powerful and rare LMG, which will only be found in airdrops, not in Lifeline's care packages, only airdrops. Now the L-Star itself is a plasma fueled power, so that means it does have projectiles, and for these projectiles they are a lot larger than any other bullets, so that means you don't have to be the best at aiming. So that means, you know, if you're not really the best and you do get the weapon, you can still actually use the weapon. And the one tip that they did give about the L-Star is that it does overheat, so the best way to use the L-Star is to use it in short to medium bursts, and remember to take some short breaks in between actually using the weapon. So that means it does cool down because it does overheat, and then it will break the weapon for a large amount of time. Now the next thing that we are going over is about the hop-ups. Now we are getting 2 new hop-ups, and these 2 hop-ups will be available to weapons that don't actually have hop-ups available to them right now. Now these 2 hop-ups are mostly used for damage and damage modifiers towards 2 different things essentially. So the first one is called the Disruptor, which when equipped will have increased shield damage, and the other one is Hammer Point. So the Hammer Point will do increased damage to unshield. So the Disruptor itself will only be compatible with the Alternator and the R345, and the Hammer Point hop-up will be available to the P2020 and the Mozambique. Finally, we've got something for the Mozambique, but for the Mozambique itself is a little bit different, mainly because it is only for the unshielded damage. So that means when they do have shields, it is the same amount of damage, but when they only have health and that's it, then you know the Mozambique will be useful. Now the other new item which will be coming to Apex Legends in Season 2 is the energy mags, which thank god they're actually bringing out an energy magazine, because having the Havoc as the normal amount is ridiculous at this point. But these energy magazines, I'm going to guess, will go up to epic tier, maybe rare tier, we don't know quite yet, because it will be used for the Havoc, the Devotion and the Triple Take, so you know it's going to be a little bit different, but they have said that it will increase ammo capacity and it will reduce the reload time at level 2 and above. And now we go towards some of the changes to Season 2 and what we will actually see, and most of this stuff will be going through at the start of Season 2 in the patch notes, but they have gone over it briefly in this part. So the first bit is the power-up. So the power-up itself means the buffs to specific weapons, and these specific weapons are the Kraber, the Flatline, P2020, Alternator and the Triple Take, which thank god for the Alternator and the P2020. Flatline is a little bit down, but it is pretty useful, but compared to the Hemlock it is quite lower tiered. Now the next thing about these changes is about the Arcstar. Now the Arcstar has been probably most people's favourite thing to use as a throwable weapon, and it's going to be changed in some ways. For the start of it, it's going to have an increased ignition delay, so that means it goes from 2.5 seconds to 2.8 seconds. Another change is that when you stick a full health player, it will now down them. That is only if they don't have any armor on, so it's quite a nice change. So that means they're not just doing a stick and they do like half damage, so it's kind of like a buff to them. And the other change is that players on the edge of the explosion no longer get their shields completely shredded. Thank god for that one, so that means you're not going to get bombarded with a ton of Arcstars. But if you do get a stick from them, I'm going to guess that the shields will completely go, and then if you get another stick, your health will completely go as well. So really, they're still as lethal, but you kind of have a little bit like a leeway towards getting away from it with split second. Now, the last three things that I'm going to go over is about some additions and some alterations to the game itself. Now, for the start of it is about the golden weapons. Now, the golden weapons are like the legendary format of certain weapons in the game, so that means they just get added with more attachments. So these will have a new set of golden weapons added to the game. As of right now, we only have a certain amount of weapons, so my guessing is that we're probably going to get a couple more. I'm pretty sure we don't have like a flatline, so maybe I have a flatline golden weapon, and any others that don't actually have a golden weapon at the current stage, they'll probably have one when Season 2 hits. Now, the next thing is about ammo stacks and ammo stack sizes. Now, the main thing about this one is about the shotgun. Now, when Season 2 hits, the max stack is going to be reduced from 64 to 16. That is a massive hit towards anybody who's using the shotgun. I think that it's very needed, mainly because you could have like 64 bullets and that is your full stack. You're sorted for the entire game. You don't have to get any more. So that means anybody who's using the Peacekeeper is completely fine throughout the entire game, and the rest of your inventory can be just used with like light or heavy ammo, and you're completely fine. And the other ammo stack size is towards the energy ammo, so that is going upwards from 60 to 80, so that means it now matches the light and heavy ammo sizes. Now, the last thing that we're going to be going over is about the airdrop weapons. Now, the airdrop weapons is going to have a different loot table for different phases. So that means it's going to go from early, mid, and late. And for example, that they have given is that players will find more Kybers in the early and mid game, and when it gets to the end game, so the late stage, we will find more Mastiffs. And they did say that the L-Star will be added to the loot table, but we don't exactly know which part it's going to be added in. Mainly it might be for every single stage, or it might just be middle late. But realistically, we don't know. But that is all the things that they have given us for Season 2 as of right now. I'm going to guess maybe next week we might get the patch notes, or a couple days before Season 2 actually hits, we will get some more content and some more stuff from Respawn. Hopefully we do, and hopefully we can just, actually have a working game and, a game where everybody wants to actually play it even more. So that's all I've got time for this week, and I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below for the things that you are most excited for Season 2. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video, so peace out.